22 races, 4 continents, one epic rivalry.
Verstappen is out of the race and that's a big crash! It's wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out! Oh, they touched and they collided!
After arriving in Abu Dhabi level on points, Lewis Hamilton passed Max Verstappen on the very first lap of the season decider.
Hamilton out in front, the medium tyres working well for him.
With 10 laps to go, he had a record-breaking 8th championship in sight.
You know, the pace of the Mercedes is just too strong today, so we're going to need a miracle.
Then, all hell broke loose.
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
That triggered a safety car, bunching up the field and wiping Hamilton's 12-second advantage over his young challenger.
This now completely changes the context of this race.
Then, the controversy. There were 5 lapped cars acting as a buffer between Hamilton and Verstappen.
Which means that there are plenty of cars for Verstappen to fight his way through.
Race director Michael Massey initially told them to hold their position. Then, a change of heart.
Race control are now saying lapped cars to overtake the safety car. It has left Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen side by side. Controversy.
No, Mike, that was so not right. Toto, it's called a motor race, okay?
Hamilton went from champion-elect to sitting duck.
Is he right behind me with new tyres?
He will be.
We're going to have one lap of racing to decide the championship in 2021.
Verstappen immediately went to work.
He's going to make the lunge down the inside. Hamilton sees it coming. Verstappen now snatches the championship trophy. Of all the drama, of all the controversy, it comes down to this.
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion!
Oh my God!
While Verstappen's Red Bull team went completely off chops, Hamilton's team lodged 2 protests. After 4 fraught hours, both were dismissed.
And at the Mercedes garage, they are shell-shocked.
Messy? Yep. Controversial? No doubt. Utterly enthralling? Abso-bloody-lutely.
Well, to make sense of the madness, we're joined by the BBC's Christian Hugel. Christian, talk about drama there. Have you ever seen anything like it?
I don't think there's ever been anything like it. I think the sport's 70-odd-year history, never has there been a season quite like this. So you always felt there was going to be some sort of drama on the last race, and boy, did we get it in something that, as I say, I don't think the sport's ever seen anything quite like we got yesterday.
Well, F1's been criticised for bending the rules to ensure a grandstand finish. Is there something to that?
On a 70-lap race of, 200 miles per hour circuits, you are always going to get circumstances that maybe can't be decided with pen and paper. If you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, you will say the rules were tweaked and it gave Max Verstappen an unfair advantage. If you're a Max Verstappen fan, you'll say, look, the FIA, the sports governing body, only did what they thought was necessary to get the racing back underway, and what do people tune in for is racing.
It's an Australian race director that you've got to thank for what happened overnight, of course, and he told the Mercedes garage, we want a race here. Can you explain to the uninitiated for us, Christian, what happened with that safety car?
Yeah, so Michael Massey's the race director, as you say, and with a handful of laps to go, the safety car was brought out, and that's when all the drivers slow up, they go behind the safety car while they fix the trap. Now, normally, the lapped cars will be allowed to overtake the safety car, go all the way around the circuit and join up with the back of the grid, and they don't get in the way. But that doesn't have to happen. And it was told last night that simply because there's not enough laps, remaining for them to go all the way around the circuit, the lapped cars won't overtake the safety car. And then Michael Massey appeared to change his mind last minute and only let some of the lapped cars overtake the safety cars, i.e. the ones that were in the way of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. So that's where the controversy comes. Mercedes is saying the rules were bent. The Formula One's governing body are saying, well, no, there is a sub-clause that says the race director can make exceptional decisions should he have to.
Christian, thanks very much for talking to us tonight.
Thanks, guys.
You want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Guess who loves drama?
Netflix.
Netflix. OK, you can let me do the conspiracy theory. Just because I discussed it with you earlier doesn't mean you rob me of my moment.
Who does drama, Pete?
Netflix. And they have this series called Drive to Survive, and this is a very big finale for the next year's series. So they've tweaked, they've made some calls here, and Netflix is responsible for this.
I've got to say...
Paramount Plus, Tara, will not be fidgeting with any of the A-League, will we?
No, that will not be happening.
Unless we get a really good...
I was going to say, unless something really good happens.
Look, in all honesty, the Australian guy who was in charge, the race director, did exactly the right thing, because if he hadn't, you would have had 2 laps of the safety car in front of the field, and it would have been a dud finish to what's been an extraordinary year in Formula One. In the most dramatic circumstances, you wanted Hamilton to be racing against Verstappen, and that's what we got.
It was a race, wasn't it? It was a last lap shootout. In the end, it's just that Verstappen had the better tyres.
And Max had to get past him on that corner. I mean, that's not an easy overtaking spot there on that corner.
No, you probably double.
When I was in the Celebrity Grand Prix.
Oh my God.
Celebrity Grand Prix.
Celebrity Grand Prix.
Jungle.
Parked. Oh, there's a lot of segues.
I'm quite shocked that you're bringing up conspiracy theories at this point in the year.
I've been trying to stay away from conspiracy theories of late, Hamish, but this one, well, it's too good to be true. No, false.
Oh,
Back to you, Tara.
OK.